Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today, I am bringing you an interesting type of excuse video. One that, I didn't think I would have to make, to be honest. In fact, hold on. I'm actually kind of surprised how necessary this is about to be. And it's definitely a focus shift for me, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about. You see, I don't know if you guys noticed, there are times when my on-demand apps, Doordash, UberEats, and Grubhub, they are going off while I'm doing my recordings, my gig work, and quite honestly, like, I do that because I still need to make money, number one. And number two, I feel like whenever you hear people talk about these, like, advanced methods of doing gig work, it almost feels contrived. Like, they're not also doing gig work, so how do they really know? And are they really a driver? Especially, think about this. I've never done a ride along. Like, I've only done work behind this camera. I wanted to make sure that it was absolutely 100% clear that I was a gig worker. Sure, I'll show screenshots of some of the work I do, but I'm still not the one driving. I do that for a bunch of reasons because, like, it's a ton of work on things that I don't have the time for. It's it's taking away my focus from stuff that I can't do right now. And quite honestly, like, I don't enjoy ride-alongs, and I don't enjoy making ride-alongs. And don't even get me started on the privacy issues that come with that. Like, I don't want to invade somebody else's privacy like that. But it's come to my knowledge at this point that if I'm going to move forward in everything I need to do, I need a higher focus than I normally would have. Now, while I'm doing all this extra work, I would keep the apps on, and that's kind of how I've been doing gig work for the most part. Like, I would do gig work when it's a good order and when it's convenient for me, realistically speaking. But nowadays, when I'm trying to get proposals set up, when I'm trying to get other government contracts locked in, other business meetings going, getting in touch with lawyers, getting in touch with other things so I can move my life forward, I feel like the gig apps are holding me back in a way. This is kind of how I felt how Veho was treating every other gig app that I had. Like, it was a decent app for a while, and then eventually, like, it became the anchor app. I didn't have time to do the type of work that Veho expected me to do in the amount of time they expected me to do it. So I had to let it go in order to move forward. And I think I'm at that point with a lot of the gig apps, at least for now. Like, I might end up going back to it just to, have some kind of extra money coming in if I'm not focusing on the bigger picture right now, which I'm pretty much going to for the most part. But if I have time, I'll probably do it. But at this point, I'm like, I can't see it. It's kind of holding me back. It's breaking my focus. And even when I do get a good order, I am so locked into what I'm doing that if I step back and I go back into it later, I'm not in the same headspace. Like really speaking here, it is so much easier to keep myself in focus than it is to get my focus back. And that's kind of why I need to turn off the noise and kind of just focus on that. There are other things in gig work that I'm going to be focusing on. I still have DoorDash help pages to go through. I have some interesting information coming up with gig apps that I have yet to discuss. But from now on, I am probably going to focus on scheduled gigs and for now turn off the normal gig apps because I just don't have time for it anymore. And I can't compromise the future of my business long term for the short term. Anyway, that's really all I got for this one. Part of that long-term goal is also the Build Your Own Delivery Service Provider course, and as well as building my own delivery service provider. If you want to be a part of that journey, feel free to join us there. I'm not going to do a full plug, but the links are all going to be in the description, as well as joining the Discord server, where I'm going to be talking about this more and more. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.